Hello and welcome to the in-depth series section of Drishti IAS. I'm Aisha, and in today's episode we will be discussing about that in India there is a talk about legalizing the sex determination test, that is the unborn child gender test, to be legalized in India. So this point is being brought up again and again. So let us understand why. So first of all, the points of discussion. First about the news, then India's ban on prenatal sex determination. In India, the sex determination tests as of now are banned. And then legalizing sex determination, what are the points that are being put forth? Then India's sex ratio scenario, and in the end prelims MCQ. Topic is of relevance from GS paper 2, that is acts, and then also from the aspect of GS paper 1, that is society, and paper 2 and 3, that is health also. As we move forward, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. And the news talks about that why India's top medical body wants to legalize gender test for unborn child. Now there is a point, or there is a phrase known as female feticide or female infanticides. Now what happens is that the sex determination tests in India are banned. Now what are sex determination tests? So these tests are basically the test that before, when a lady is pregnant and that 9 months period, 9 months pregnancy or maternity period, before the time the child comes out of the body of the female, then in that period, in the first trimester, the sex determination test cannot be done, that whether to identify that the child is a female or a male. And it was banned so that when the families or the couple came to know that the child that will be born is a female, then the abortion was being done, female infanticide was being done, and female feticide was also being done, that before the female child comes into living, or you can say that comes into this world, she was killed. So this was the reason that why the sex determination tests in India were banned. But now the IMA, that is Indian Medical Association, they are talking about legalizing the gender tests for unborn child, and they have their own points. So we will be looking into it. And now let us begin with the topic. So what has happened is that the head of India's top medical body, that is IMA, that is Indian Medical Association. So the Indian Medical Association head has called for changes to the country's law on prenatal gender determination, that the gender determination till now is banned in India. So the IMA head is talking about that we need to change the stance, that is India's stance on the sex determination of child. Then IMA president has reportedly called for legalizing gender determination test, that determining the gender of the child must be legalized in India. And this is what has been said. It has not been done, it has just been said. Then, and they are arguing that banning them has not significantly impacted India's skewed sex ratio. So the time when the sex determination tests were banned, the reason was that the sex ratio of India, like for example, number of females per 1,000 males, as the sex determination or the sex ratio in India was low. So to bring back the sex ratio, the sex determination tests were banned in India. But the IMA president or the IMA as a body is arguing that this point of banning the sex determination has actually not helped thoroughly in bringing up the sex ratio. So they are saying that the sex ratio, it can also work without the banning of the sex determination tests. And if India, if we talk about that the sex determination tests, or what is the act which looks into this aspect, then that is prenatal gender determination and sex selective abortions are illegal in India under the Preconception and Prenatal Diagnostics Techniques, that is PCPNDT Act. So in India, abortions are illegal under the act, and the name of the act is PCPNDT. It stands for preconception and prenatal diagnostic techniques. See, prenatal means that the child has not taken birth till now, and till the time the female is pregnant, so in the starting only a test is done to determine the sex of the child. Then India's ban on prenatal sex determination. So what does India ban talks about? So the prenatal sex determination, the act under which it is dealt is that is Preconception and Prenatal Diagnostics Techniques Prohibition of Sex Selection Act 2003, and it is also known as PCPNDT Act. So see, prohibition of sex selection, it means the sex determination or anything with regard to the sex of the child cannot be identified or cannot be told to any of the parent. Then it also bans the practice of determining the sex of the unborn child and using sex selection techniques. So sex selection techniques are also banned, sex selection technologies are also banned, like for example the technique of ultrasounds. Ultrasounds can be used in cases of finding out of any disorders or finding out of any abnormalities, or in case of any emergency it can be done. But to determine the sex of the child, the ultrasound cannot be done. So that is why it is written that the sex selection technologies are also banned under this. Then the sex of the unborn child identification is also banned. Then the law was introduced to prevent gender-based abortions, that the female was being aborted and the male was not. Then the act was first enforced in the year 1996 as the Prenatal Diagnostics Technique Regulation and Prevention of Misuse Act 1994, and this was done to arrest the declining sex ratio in India, as we have already discussed. Then it was amended in the year 2003 and its area was expanded and its ambit was expanded by including the prohibition preconception sex selection, wherein medical practitioners attempt to influence the baby's sex before conception. So the prohibition aspect, the prohibition of sex determination aspect was included by the amendment in the year 2003, and it was said that anyone who will be violating these parts of the act or these aspects of the act, they will also be punished, and the punishment was also severe. It can go beyond 3 years also, and the fine was also there, and fine was around in the range of rupees 10,000, or fine or the imprisonment, both can also be given. Then it also bars ultrasound clinics, genetic counseling centers and genetic laboratories from carrying out sex determination of the fetus. So in case of finding out the abnormalities and the disorders, it can be done, but to find, if it is talking only about finding out the sex of the child, then it cannot be done. Then violating act could face jail and a fine, that we just discussed. So this was about the act. So you need to remember first of all the name, because the name is bit longer. So remember, that is, it is preconception, PC, prenatal diagnostic technique, PNDT. So this is the complete name, and it was amended once also in the year 2003. And you need to remember that the determining the sex of the child is not allowed. It is illegal in India. Now legalizing sex determination, what are the points that the IMA is putting forth with regard to legalizing the sex determination in India? So the points that they are saying is that lifting the ban on sex determination test will help safeguard the unborn girl child. Now the safeguard point they are talking with respect to that, even though the ban was there on determining the sex of a child, but the ban has not helped in making the sex ratio come at the same point as the male. So still the number of females are lesser as compared to the number of males, and that is per 1,000 males. But now they are saying that if we will legalize it and we can put safeguards for the female child, like for example, nowadays there is so much of evaluation evolution of technology has taken place, that we can use that technology to identify that whether any kind of abortions or any kind of wrongdoings are being done or not. Like for example, if all the hospitals can be attached to one another, and all the hospitals in which a female goes, and if any kind of ultrasounds are being done, then that can be put under check. And even though the ultrasounds are done, and if the sex of the child is being determined as a female, then extra caution can be taken with regard to it, and extra attention can be given to it, so that the abortions are not being done, the process of female feticide or infanticides are not being done, and the abortions will not be taking place if the vigilance can be kept and extra attention can be paid on to the aspect that the couple has done a sex determination test and the sex has come out as a female. See, we are demanding sex detection and protection of the unborn child. So the protection can be provided to the unborn female child. Technology will be taken care under this, like for example, every hospital will be connected to each other, and then information will be given from one hospital to another hospital, or this kind of networking can be done, so that if any ultrasound is being done by any kind of doctor, or any kind of practitioner is performing any kind of ultrasound, or any couple has went to a doctor to determine the sex of their child, so these things can be kept under it. Then the IMA president has also criticized the legislation for penalizing doctors. Now many a times it has been seen that if the sex determination centers are being run, then people go and destroy the centers, and then they put all the blame on the doctors. Now the IMA president has also said that this is also not a good practice, because doctor is not doing something on its own. People come to it and then they do it. But even though the practice is wrong, even though the practice of sex determination is wrong, if it is illegal in India, then Form F must be filled properly. Form F must be filled properly. If any female is coming to the hospital for ultrasound, then the Form F must be filled and all the details must be given by the parents or the female. Then India sex ratio scenario. Then India's sex ratio at birth stood at 933 in the year 2022-23. And it has risen from 2014-15 from 918 to 933. And if we talk about the 2011 census, then there are 914 girls per 1000 boys under the age of 7. So under the age of 7, the sex ratio was 914. Then in 1961, this figure was 976 girls for every 1000 boys. It means that during the 1960s, the sex ratio was higher as compared to the 2011. Then sex selection is illegal in countries like India, South Korea, China, Australia, Canada and Vietnam. While on the other hand, we have countries where the sex determination is legal, like for example, United States, Thailand, Singapore and Dubai. And these countries where the legal practice of sex determination are being done in today's time, the couple in India which can afford to go out and do a sex determination test, then many a times these couples go out to these countries and do a sex determination test and then come back. So these kind of practices also takes place. Now in the end, a prelims MCQ, and you people need to tell me the answer in the comment section. And the question reads, according to 2011 census, the Indian sex ratio is 914 girls per 1000 boys, 915 girls per 1000 boys, 916 girls per 1000 boys, 917 girls per 1000 boys. This is with regard to age 7 years. And we have discussed this also in the video. So give me the answer in the comment section. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time. Keep reading, keep writing and keep subscribing to the channel. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.